So when I was hired by Kathy Agard at the Council of Michigan Foundations, she told me that one of my responsibilities was to create a youth leadership conference. And I think a lot of people were envisioning that this conference would take place, like many conferences, in the ballroom of a hotel or something. But I had an experience in my prior life around camping. And what I learned from camping is that it pretty much puts everybody on an even playing field. Everybody's a little awkward and uncomfortable in being in an environment that they're usually not accustomed to. And as we were really trying to reach out from kids who are urban areas, inner city, rural kids, we thought, what kind of environment can we bring to these kids to put them all on an even playing field, as well as to develop some unique programming. We knew we didn't want to sit them in ballrooms and lecture to them and have PowerPoints. We really wanted to look at how could this be an experiential learning opportunity, because that's what McFIP was all about. Not lecturing about philanthropy, but giving them an opportunity to do philanthropy. And so we rented a camp about an hour and a half north of Grand Rapids and brought together 250 kids from throughout the state of Michigan. I'll be honest with you, some of the community foundation CEOs were very concerned, and I might even submit upset about this whole thing because of liability issues and such. So we went in there taking a big risk, taking some heat. Fortunately, I had Kathy and Dottie's support in doing this. Little sweat beading on their brow, but they were supporting me in doing this. We brought in the expertise of the National Youth Leadership Council, who had great experience in service learning. We identified some great college students through Michigan Campus Compact to serve as our kind of counselors, if you will, and trainers, and it was really quite remarkable. We had kids from the ages of some 13 to 18 years of age, where we had some sessions dealing with the issues of understanding poverty and resources, to some things dealing with philanthropy. We had some real flare-ups at one point around what we thought was an innocent dance that evening. And all of a sudden I realized that the white kids were huddled over here and the kids of color were huddled over there. And so we started convening them to find out what is the issue. Well, the white kids didn't like the music that was being played, and the black kids didn't like the music that was being played. And I found out they all had something in common. None of them liked this music that was being played. But it was a real teachable moment for us to talk about differences and how we need to deal with these differences, understand and accept the differences. And that was one of the few sessions at that entire conference that really wasn't planned out, but probably ended up being one of the most powerful sessions, because we had experts there who really knew how to turn that into a teachable moment. And of that entire 72-hour experience, that's the one moment in particular that really stands out for me, of getting young people who are different from one another to sit down, talk about these differences, but more importantly, their similarities.